Beloveds. So I took a nap today, okay? And a new deck arrived. And I just connected with the deck and took me a little nap, and with the moon moving into Libra, and I've got to apologize because I don't have my calendar of a solid foundation, and different websites have different signs within the moon cycles, right? So I'm a little frustrated, because I want to bring you the information I need to bring you at the right time that it's needed, right? So got a little frustrated, and I said, okay, Spirit, we got to figure this out. So, however, I just connected with the deck, I cleansed it, and, you know, um, connected with it, laid it on the side of me once I took a little nap. So then I wake up, and to my surprise, Trevor Noah was on my TV. So I listened because he finally got to the part about the governor in Michigan and what the haters wanted to do to her. So I made a comment, and I thought about it after, I looked at it. So I said, let me try this new deck. I just want to see, I was like, Spirit, what is up with these haters? So I said, let me pull some cards. I haven't even read the meanings of them. But this one kind of spooked me when I first saw it, right? So I'm looking at the face, and then I see the crystal at the third eye. So I'm like, okay. So, when I ain't on screen, I'm in my PJs. Alright. So this card is Devas. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it right? So just looking at it, I'm like, that feels and senses some ugly energy, the darkness of it and everything. So when I looked at the crystal, I'm like, okay. So the question was, let me get this right. What is going on in the minds of the energies of the people that are racist, so-called militias, and, ready for war, and, going through all this personal combat, instead of taking their punk ass to the military? Well, I didn't say that part to Spirit, but I'm like, Spirit, tell me what's going on. What do they need? Okay? Because my thoughts are, people that kind of look like this. They just got a dark ass energy about them. So I don't know, between ill-educated and, brought up, because, most of them are very low vibrational hate breeders, and, you can sense the ignorance that, if they were born and raised up in bumfuck nowhere in the hills, they be doing weird freaky shit with animals and things of that nature, and they're just not worldly because they've been in a little tiny box, right? And a lot of them been molested or molesting kids, and they just on some very negative energy, right? So looking at this is telling me that all that dark, funky energy in you, that crystal, you need some cleansing. You need a cleansing, okay? So I said, well, after I spread it out, I was like, you know what? I gotta let my fam see this, okay? Because this was something personal, but I gotta share it with you, all right? So that's the first card that came out. And I'm like, okay, there's some dark shit that needs some serious cleansing. Yep, get that. That makes sense. So then, the second card was community. So now I looked at this card and I'm like, well, what kind of freaking community is that, right? So as I look at it, and what it's saying and resonates to me is, because I'm looking at the fire. So I'm like, okay, this is somebody that's been in a very fucked up community. They've been taught and brainwashed, and they hell, I don't know, might be burning crosses and sacrificing babies, and just a lot of negative energy. So I'm looking at this like, okay, so yeah, they were in a community where might not have been that many people in the town, and bunch of alcoholics and sitting around doing a bunch of nothing, don't even read a book, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what, for somebody to waste all that time and energy to be dressed up like a G.I. Joe, to be running around with some assault weapons, just wanting to terrorize people, looking forward to a war and looking forward to chaos and killing. So, okay, that's the kind of community they was in. All right. They ain't worldly people. And let me turn this around. So I get it, okay? So you were bred and raised in an environment that was just, trashy, ignorant. So then the exploration card came up. So as I looked at this, I saw, this starting on this dark path, until you make it to the brighter side. So I'm like, okay, this is saying to me, those ignorant people have a lot to learn, and they have a path that they have to walk, and a lot of them may not get there, but there is hope, okay? And that's exploration. So, they need to get out of that 200 people town, and explore the world. These are people that don't expound and go anywhere. They have not embraced other cultures, don't know nothing about another culture. Don't know nothing but about pork and beans and hot dogs, okay? And not to say that that's bad, but, the type of foods that you eat have a lot to do with how you are mentally, emotionally, okay, and physically. All right. So then the communication card came up. So I'm like looking at this card, feeling it, resonating with it. So then I'm like, okay, yeah, there's truly a lack of communication. There's a lack of education, not knowing when to shut up, not knowing what to say or how to think, because your brain is so small, you just don't have that capability of opening up and understanding that all cultures and all people have their way. And I have to keep in mind that, when I look at people that breed on hate and chaos and war and anger, you know, me, I'm taking psychology classes, okay? And I realize where they are mentally, emotionally, they had a traumatic childhood. So with the lack of communication and an inferiority complex and not being able to communicate clearly, because it takes some education, it takes some open-heartedness, it takes some self-love, some understanding of who you are, and not feeling like you're just, useless and a piece of trash, okay? So then, the energy balance came up, and it's right up under this community, okay? This communication card is right up under this, so they're not communicating with their self, they're not communicating with spirit or anything. So I get it, all right? So then the energy of balance card came up, and I'm like, oh yeah, especially right here in the center, that's what the fuck they need, okay? They need to balance out their energy and cleanse their soul, their mind, and their spirit. Because this is the energy that, looking at them pictures, that's what's going on. So I'm like, yeah, you're right about that. This was crystal clear, okay? I don't even know what it says in the book, but I know that all their chakras are out of alignment for sure, okay? Alright, so then the yin and yang of freedom came. And looking at, it's under the exploration. So I'm thinking, okay, lack of communication. They need their energy cleansed to bring them that freedom. And within the yin and yang of this is showing the positive and the negative that is out of balance, all right? And it's just running wild, into like a ball of fire, just waiting to get burnt, because that's the energy they're propelling out within the universe to other people, okay? So then change came. Yes, there is going to be some changes. And the community of love, peace, harmony, and light is coming. And this is the change that we all need to help embark on, to move out these dark energies, these small-brained, minded, soulful type of energies that are useless. I mean, it's almost as if, it's a waste of air with them being here. Because if you can't come into balance and come into some type of harmony, what are you good for? We don't need no hate around here. Okay? So then the rainbow dragon came. So it's still the same colors as, the chakra. And this is almost like putting fire on your ass for you to understand that you need some cleansing. You're rolling down the wrong road, Find something to live life for, okay? It was mentioned that, people are pissed off because the gyms are closed and I gotta wear a mask. Well, you don't have enough about yourself that you can't work out by yourself? Are you that weak that you cannot work out by yourself? I mean, the reason behind it is so freaking ignorant. It just went over my head. It's only so low my brain can go when it come down to ignorance. So, not being able to go to the gym and you so freaking pissed off, you ready to storm the Capitol and kidnap somebody and behead them and all this. Over going to the gym. Okay. So now I'm thinking, are all these people ADDH? There's definitely some type of attention deficit, okay? That's on another level. Hey, like I said, I've taken psychology classes, and sometimes you just can't cure dumb, okay? And you can't buy common sense. So that just leaves you in a cluster of fire and a ball of fuckery, okay? And confusion. So then the retreat card came. This was the last card, okay? These are such beautiful cards, right? So I'm like, retreat. We will be able to retreat, or sometime you need to retreat to shake off all that negative energy. And when I need to retreat, I like being outdoors in nature. I like being at the water. Okay? That's my favorite. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, I gotta go to sleep. I got an early rise to do, but I had to come to you all and show you this reading that I set up here and did on the negative militia energies that are going on, and all the haterism and the racism and all that, and I realize that the inferiority complex that they feel, so I understand why they are the way that they are, but I just had to ask Spirit, because I'm like, what do we do with this? And what's going on with them? For you to live and breathe, shooting, killing, hating, and war. Really? And I'm looking like, why don't you just go ahead and, the gym is closed. Do some sexercise. Shit. And I'm like, they running around out in the woods and all this, that, and the other. Is the Peter so small that it can't satisfy somebody? Ain't nothing wrong with sexercising. Since you need something to do. Plant a tomato. Shit. Feed a bird. Take the dog for a walk. So, that being said, let's dive in and let's see what these cards say. Okay? Now that was just me. Alright? So let's see what's going on with these cards. Alright. So with this card here, let me hold it up for you. Alright, so with this card here, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, okay? But we're going to say Devas. Alright. Are highly evolved nature spirits that make their way across all realms. Okay, so they make it across the light and the dark. Alright. Every part of the world is alive with nature spirits. True. Harmonious and unharmonious. Okay, I get that. Devas are found in the water, fire, trees, and crystals. These intelligent beings follow the law of karma, manipulating energy around our thought patterns to achieve specific results. Devas are masters of energy and encourage you now to master your own. Learn about your reactivity to issues and events. Gain greater insight in your being. Yeah, they need to do that. What are you putting out in the universe? What are you putting out in the universe? Ask the devils for help with this task so you can move through life changes with ease. The Devas have made themselves known to you and encourage you to work with the energy of the crystals to turn your thoughts and actions into positive processes. Okay, yeah. Working with crystal divas can align you with the vibration suited towards the shift you are looking for or physically working on. Right now, you are being guided to connect all devas of the earth realms. Take a gentle walk through bushland or gardens. Visit the pond, the lakes, and streams, and spend time connecting with the breath of nature. Communicating with the divas in this way support a positive lifestyle. Planting and nurturing your own garden in pots or in soil creates a happy space for divas to play in. Creating a happy relationship with the devas encourages them to work in your favor when you request their assistance. So it says the crystal deva of clear quartz is asking you to connect to the crystal kingdom. Clear quartz is a master healing crystal. It has potential to work on any condition or illness, known as stone of power. It amplifies the energy and intentions around it. The crystal deva supports daily affirmation and mantras with positive energy. Okay. All right. I wasn't too far off on that, huh? All right. Oh, let me get to the page. All right, so now we're going to community. What do they have to say about the community? Oh, that was the very next card. Okay. All right. Community. Seek like-minded people. Be true to yourself. And I guess they are seeking their like-minded people, and they being true to what they believe in. So most of our education is provided through our community connections. Yeah, I said that. We learn from our family, social circles, local school groups, and workplaces. Wow, had that on point. Having a strong sense of community gives our life meaning and purpose. Yeah, and they haven't had a lot of that. You may have felt like you are adopted at birth, struggling to fit in with other people. Yeah, they seem like they do struggle to fit in and do feel like a bunch of babies somebody didn't want. It's almost like I can smell what you're going to be. So I'm just going to throw you over into the adoption agency. I'm being silly. Sometimes feeling alone, isolated, has made it difficult to connect with people on a personal level. Yeah, isolated in a small community on a farm somewhere and not getting out and understanding other cultures. All right. Struggling with this has created an avenue for abusive relationships. Yeah, they seem like the type that'll beat their wives and fiddle with their children and touch on them. We're seeking approval from others instead of just being yourself. You need to change your personality to fit someone else's mold. Learn to love your differences and you will shine brighter than any star in the galaxy. Find your tribe. Your spirit tribe or soul tribe consists of people who understand you and love you without conditions. Creating connections with like-minded people brings meaningful communication to your life. Don't be afraid to stand out. Now is the time to celebrate your differences. That's what makes you unique. After all, celebrate your uniqueness. Live your authenticity. Soul connection makes strong and powerful relationships. Community participation is encouraged now. Engaging in community activities, volunteering for charity work or emergency services provide a sense of purpose. Yeah, they do need something to do. Community relationships involving friends and family are important now. So, find your sense of community spirit. Take time to understand the world in which you live. They have not done that. Gain understanding in human behavior. They have no idea about that. Only human behavior they understand is what they're surrounded by. Got that? Okay. Connect to your tribe now. Coming together with your soul family provides support. Alright? So they're with the wrong family. Okay? And the extension card, explorations. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, it's still going. Ooh, I thought I had lost it. Alright, so the exploration. Well, we're clear. They haven't got out and seen the world and, you know, got to know some other cultures. Alright. Alright, exploration. Here we go. Let's see what this says. Hold on, the jewelry and crystals here. You see, I said I don't have time to put that on. I got to come to my peoples. Because this here is something else. Alright. Hope you can see that without the glare. Alright, exploration. Explore new territory. Create your own path with purpose. Be brave. Exploring new ground and territory is essential to moving forward. Once you overcome our fear of the unknown, yeah, they in fear, we often find the journey towards our new destinations is rewarding and filled with personal growth, while exploration of the soul is required to move through the next phase of your life. Travel is also a main feature. Adventure awaits. You know, so pack your bags and make some plans. And get out the woods and, you know, explore your horizons. I said that. They didn't say that. Alright. Short or long trips are likely. Your soul is requiring new scenery. There is much to be learned throughout exploring nature, the environment, relationships, and places. Yeah, they need to get out. Nervous excitement will arise when you follow your dreams, or there may be some mountains you need to climb. Okay, they too weak to climb mountains. Unless they doing it together in the sake of war. It is all a part of the journey. Viewing the scenery from different heights is rewarding because the climb is filled with achievements, milestones, and personal progress. They're not trying to do that. By taking a step forward and realizing your hidden potential, you will find confidence as your reliance on others reduces. Yeah, gotta be in a pack, you know, like roaches and rats. Gotta travel in a pack together to feel important. So, by taking a step forward, releasing your hidden potential, you will find confidence as your reliance on others reduces. Okay, explore the pathways already available to you, but make sure you create your own trail and walk your own track so you can live your authenticity with integrity. Okay, they don't have none of that. Right now, this is what they need, okay? Right now, you need to search and explore. There are many things to be found uncovered from past experiences. Your soul is asking you to wander, for the soul knows where it's going. Let yourself roam free. You will find new scenery, people, and communities to connect to. While your confidence grows, so does your independence. Leave your emotional baggage in the past and your backpack empty so you can create new memories and fun experiences. Wow. Yeah, they need to get out. You can tell when folks ain't got out much and don't leave far from home. They just stay in their little environment, and it just breeds a bunch. Your mind can't grow. Your mind can't grow. Alright. Alright, so then we came to communication. And there's a lack of that. Okay. So, let's see what's going on with communication. We communicate with others using verbal and nonverbal techniques. Our body language, listening skills, and attitude determines how effective we are as communicators. It takes work and effort to improve our communication skills, and with patience, they will develop over time. Miscommunication occurs when you are unable to listen to other people. Arguments, mistakes, and conflict occur when we refuse to acknowledge information or negotiate. Yeah, that's one of the issues too. At the heart of all the relationships and communication, hidden messages can be seen by looking at the body language, the facial expression, and the tone of voice. Improvements in these areas help to support solid friendships and relationships. Speak with truth and integrity. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Yeah, I like that. You know I like that. Don't be impatient and intolerant. This could lead to misunderstandings and actions that once cannot be taken back. Spiritual communication is high right now. Take notice of the signs and the symbols from spirit world as they try to connect to you through music, feathers, butterflies, dragonflies, moths, birds, and a number of sequences. Be open to receiving these messages as they come from the heart with love. Right now, you are asked to listen with empathy and understanding to those around you. Place yourself in other person's shoes to gain a new perspective. And that's what I had to do and realize, they just got a lot of issues, probably ill-educated and a whole bunch of other things. Okay? But I had to do that. So, there are better ways to get your message across. Be respectful, open-minded when speaking to others. Lead by example and express yourself diplomatically with honesty and dignity. It is better to communicate your feelings instead of being burdened by them. Yeah, they got some burdens on them. They feeling all kinds of 50 shades of fucked up if they, got to do all that and want to promote fear and, oof. Let me continue. When you discuss your issues, allow your space of solutions to be negotiated and resolved. Improve your current state of affairs. It's important that you avoid committing to plans and projects if you don't have all the information. And that's the thing. They don't know shit about other cultures. All they know is what they think they know about theirs. Ask for more details. And when appropriate, speak to a professional such as counselors and financial advisors, solicitors, teachers. They damn sure need some counseling. Never be afraid to ask questions. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. That's why we have professionals. Well, they think they got all the answers, but they do need a professional. I don't even have to read this one, okay? I don't. But, let me see. Because if we clear on that, they need their energy balanced, clean, exorcisms, and all that. Alright. So let's see what it say about this freedom. Let's see here. Okay. Wild and free, the horses choose to run in any direction at its own pace. Understand that everything in your life right now is completely within your power to change. Once you cooperate with your soul's request to be free from emotional and physical ties, yeah, they got issues. You become limitless and can run free again. Arrival of the horses brings new personal journeys and new directions. The white horse brings truth and honor and integrity, and the dark horse brings the shadow of mystery, pride, and illusions. Bringing both together to create a yin and yang balance allows you to understand what is preventing your freedom. Follow through with your agreements before you make new commitments. You may feel that you are not in control of your life right now. Yeah, they feel like that. In fact, you can decide at this moment how to react to circumstances within your environment. Observe your surroundings and discover what your soul really wants. You already have the power of freedom to choose within. The question is the direction you wish to run. Honor your free will by choosing to acknowledge your desire for a break and a change, even if it's only temporary. Right now, your soul desires freedom. By removing restrictions, you can move in any direction. Feeling trapped and burdened by the family, affairs, responsibility, finance, relationships, and other career choices can sometimes make us feel suffocated. And they might not have chosen none of this. A career choice, family affairs, get that, it's all messed up. Relationships are just in a mess. So, alright, let me continue. Breaking away from old attachments and responsibilities. Your soul is asking you to be playful and to have some fun. The horse asks you to simply simplify your life and expand your knowledge. Yeah, they need to get some books and go back to school. Because half of them seem as though they don't have nothing over 3rd or 5th, 6th grade education. Seek more information before you make future decisions. It is essential through this growth period that you find freedom that you need to allow yourself to flourish. You have the power to change the direction of your life. Yes, they do have freedom of choice. Yes, they do. And they choose the dark side. Let's see what's going on with this rainbow retreat. Well, let me do change. Alright, fam. Change is gonna come. Like the wind, the universal spiral symbolizes change and growth. The spiral is a sacred symbol that reflects the universal pattern of growth, evolution, goddess, fertility, and life force energy. Just like the changing seasons, new life is formed after a period of hibernation. Plants know when, okay, walking down the road of change allows you to see where you have been and where you're going. And they ain't been up and down nothing but a country road. This perspective can be confronting, but one needs to recognize past issues and mistakes and make better choices. These learning experiences require you to let go and surrender to your own divine will. Beginnings are often described as painful endings. Accepting your current position in life can offer powerful realizations about your current circumstances. Focus on life changes now. If you insist on making decisions, be patient and seek potential advice. Secure solid foundations before the final phase. Right now, there is a change in the air. You are moving quickly in the new cycle of your life. The acceleration may feel uncomfortable at first, but it is essential for your progression. Being uncomfortable allows your soul to expand and grow. Surrender and let go of any fear you have surrounding the change required to ensure a smooth transition. Ooh, news been talking all about smooth transition and people not wanting to. Changing your circumstances and career habits, family, finance, relationships, locations, ideas, and beliefs are all possible now. Be open to the possibilities. Just like an eclipse, severe change can be perceived as negative influence, but in reality it often leads to a more productive, beneficial outcome. Adapting to your new surroundings may take time, just in case somebody might go to prison, so, it just might take a little time. Relieve any anxiety by removing your resistance to universal flow. When the winds of change slow down and the dust begins to settle, reflect how far you have come. Alright, so I'm going to do the Rainbow Dragon and then I'm going to bed, fam. But I just had to show you this. Okay, here go another honesty card. Floating with the golden ascension rays, the Rainbow Dragon is making you aware of what is required for you to act in truth and honesty. Bringing the vibration from the golden ray, the Rainbow Dragon opens connections to your higher self and central sun and angelic and ascended master realms, while centering you in the present. Through the dragon's movements, the frequency of the vibration and the rainbow spectrum dissipates negative blocks and karma. Ooh, and it's in Libra with karma, and Libra is about karma and balance. Karmic debris. But only if you are willing to accept the change required to break down walls and barriers that stop you from moving forward. Powerful and unstoppable. Once you activate your Rainbow Dragon, prepare for a swift, sudden change. bringing harmony and change in a positive direction. The rainbow dragon is the protector, the harmonizer, destructor, and creator all in one. Connected to the elements, the dragon is here to assist you in raising your vibration and consciousness through the energy of the elements. As the creator of action, you are encouraged to follow your truth with honesty and integrity. Right now, honesty is required in all areas of your life. When you begin to unburden yourself, you allow yourself to be open to the gifts of the universe. Now is the time to get busy. Ask the elements for assistance and work through your present issues. They do have a lot of issues. Which element can you help in your current situation? Focus on Rainbow Dragon. Which color are you attracted to in this card? The Earth card is like pink and purple, and that's grounding nature and practical life cycles, balance and harmony. The Air card is white. That's breath and meditation, clarity of consciousness. And the Water card is blue. The water is blue, assessing and freeing emotion, truth, and expression. And then the Fire energy, which is red and orange, finding your passion. That's what they need to be doing. They need to be somewhere making love. Spirit is the purple, placing you on your life direction, harmonizing your yin and your yang energies, emergence of one with spiritual law, identify patterns and rules governing life, creation, and awareness in higher frequency. Period. Pooh. Alright, we already know what the retreat is, but I just want to read it for myself. Within each season, nature is the perfect harmony. Yep. With animals and plants, secret gardens are bountiful. Yep. Being constantly available removes your ability to retreat and hibernate when your soul is crying out for solitude. Okay. Yeah, so they need to do some meditating. I'm not going to finish reading this. A physical retreat such as, yeah. Yeah, this whole sometimes requires solitude. Okay. But apparently it done had too damn much without a bunch of balance. And they just on a ziggity bump. That's what I have for you, my beloveds. And I'm going to send out peace and positive energy to those that thrive on hate and war and destruction. Tap into the minds, their hearts, and their souls. Let them embrace you and understand that humanity comes in all shape, forms, and classes, and it's okay. And I ask that their fear be removed so they can live their authentic self and stop moving in an energy of worthlessness that they feel. Heal their families that have bred a very unhealthy, mentally challenged human being. I don't know where that came from, but Spirit led me there. So there you have it, my beloveds. Until next time, just try and keep it peaceful and positive. Alright, night night.